Hi there! No speed solving this week, sorry. You may know that the last round of this year's edition of the Sudoku GP happened last weekend, and as I was the only author of this round, I thought it would be interesting to pick a puzzle from the set and say a few words about it. So I'm going to study the Liar Killer Sudoku, which was worth 61 points, which made it the hardest one of the Liar variants, but still not a very hard puzzle in itself. If you did not see it, the round was themed around 4 common variants being paired with Liar versions of these same variants. I will put a link to the GP website so you can have a look. One thing the GP director and me agreed on was that these Liar puzzles being somewhat unusual, they should not be too hard, so that's what I tried to do here by making the initial step relatively easy to notice. We did not want hundreds of players to be stuck on the very first move. So I first tried to catch the player's attention with these 8 20 boxes that are scattered all around the puzzle. Now that's basic Killer Sudoku knowledge, but the sum of digits from 1 to 9 is 45, which means that in any of these regions, if both the 20 boxes are telling the truth, the remaining cell will need to be a 5. So if all of these 20 boxes are correct, we will have a 5 in these 4 cells. Now the magic of classic Sudoku operates, and we can see that if this were true, we would have a 5 in the central cell of the puzzle, which would obviously contradict the 2 box. What this tells us is that either these 20 boxes are all correct and the 2 is lying, or one of the 20 boxes is the liar. We don't know which option is the right one yet, but either way this means that all the other boxes are telling the truth. So I'm just going to quickly highlight the other boxes so that we can very easily see that they are not lying. Here we are. And we can now get started using these other boxes, the green highlighted ones, standard Killer Sudoku style. Of course, we'll just have to be careful to absolutely not use any of the 20 boxes or the 2 box. So we now know that these 4 boxes in region 5 are correct. So this is an easy 4 digits. And then we can head toward region 1, in which we have the 14 and 15 that interact nicely. You can see that if the 14 was 6 and 8, the 15 would have no option left. So 14 has to be 5, 9, and this in return gives us 7, 8 for the 15. We can then move to the third region, where the 12 is now forced to be 3, 9 because of this 7, 8 pair. And this gives us 5 and a 9. I said I would not be speed solving this week, but I'm still going to go relatively fast through the easy parts of the puzzle. So hopefully you will manage to follow. The 14 cannot have a 9 anymore, so it is 6 and 8. And this second 14 has only one option left, 5, 9. In return, this gives us a 3 and a 9. Something else we can easily do in these corners is sum up 3 of the regions to find out the value, the sum of the remaining 2 cells. So here the sum of these 3 boxes is 42, which gives us a 1, 2 pair right here, and a 4, 5 thanks to the 6 box. We can do the same thing in the third region, of course. This is 36, so we have 9 left. This cell has only 3 options, 4, 5 and 7. Don't forget the 1, 2 pair we just found out. So to make 9 we have 2, 4 and 5 left, but the 4 is excluded of this cell because it would force a 3 here, which is obviously not possible. That's 2, 5 and 2, 5, so this is 4, 7. We also know that a 1 will be forced in one of these 2 cells. We can quickly get back to the first region. This is a 3, 4, 6 triple. I'm not writing it, but we can use it anyway. because it forces 8 in this cell and 6 here. I forgot to write this one. It is 457, which doesn't look that useful, but it reveals the 3-8 pair that is hiding in here. So this is 3, this is 8. We can continue with region 9. Again, we can make the sum of these 3 boxes. That's a 33, giving us 12 in these 2 cells. And 12 without a 5 or a 9 is, of course, 4, 8. 4 is not possible in this cell because of the 9, so this has to be an 8 and a 5. This is a 4, giving us a 7 in region 3. Let's not forget that the sum of these 2 cells was 9, so this will be 7 and 2. We have a 5 here. Region 9 again, 10 in 2 cells has only one option, 3 and 7. We have a 7 in column 8, so this is 3 and this is 7. We can add a few pencil marks. Now, something I didn't mention yet, we have an easy 8 here, is that we found out about these 2 5s. And of course, these 2 5s are extremely useful since they tell us that the sum of these 2 boxes and the sum of these 2 boxes here is 40. So what happens if one of these 2 boxes is the liar? If, say, this box is a 21 and not a 20, to get to a sum of 40, we would need this box to be 19, in which case both boxes would be lying, and this is not possible. So we now know that as soon as we find a 5 in one of these cells, it means that the 2 boxes in the same region won't be liars anymore, they will be telling the right sum. So these 20s are all correct, and we can highlight them in green. Now what we can do, obviously, is make use of these boxes. The 20 here needs 12 more in 3 cells. We have 1, 2, 4 and 7 available. The only option here is 1, 4, 7, giving us a 2, 6, 1, 6 here. We have a 2, 3, 9 left here, so that's an obvious 2 here. And we can finally have a look at the 7th region. This 14 here is interesting. It has obviously 2 options, 6, 8 and 5, 9, but it cannot host a 6, so it will have to be 5, 9. As we did previously, we are going to sum up these 3 boxes here. That's a 34, meaning we need 11 in these 2 cells. 2 plus 9 or 5 plus 6. The 5 we found here is giving us 9 and 5. And we can make some more progress in the 7th region. 9 in 2 cells without 3, 5 or 7 has to be 1, 8 and 1, 8. The 7 without 1 and without a 5 is 3, 4. We have a 4 in row 8, so that's a 3 and that's a 4. Here there is a slightly harder step. Nothing too hard technically, but I know a lot of players struggle to spot naked singles, so it's possible that some of you get stuck here for a moment. If you look at row 7, there is a cell that is particularly interesting. This one here, that cannot be 1, 2, 4, 6, that cannot be 3, 5, 8 or 9, so this has to be a 7. This 7 gives us another 7, which gives us 1 more, and 8 here. Finally, here we go. We have 1 more 3 here. The 8 has only 1 option. We know that this 20 is correct, so this is a 2. We have 6. Remember that the sum of these two cells is 11, so we have a 5, a 9, and a 9 here. This is of course 2 on the option left. 1 and 5 equals 6, 4, 1, 5. And I'm sure you will have noticed by now, but this is not a 5, it is a 9, which tells us that one of these two boxes has to be the liar. We don't know which one yet, but this is not important as we can make some more progress. So of course all of the other boxes are now correct. Here the 2 is indeed a 2, giving us one more 2 here. This is a 1 on the option left, 9, one more 9, 1 here, another 4, 6 pair. That's a 1, a 5. Again, I am going fast here because there is nothing technically hard, but feel free to pause the video if needed. Looking at row 6 right now. This here is a 7, giving us sorry. And we are left with a nice rectangle of 1, 8 and 1, 8. We know that one of these two boxes has to be the liar. We don't know which one, but what we do know is that they cannot both be liars, meaning that one of them has to be a 20. 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 15. There is no way to get 20 in this box. So this box has to be correct. And we can now solve the puzzle. 1, 8 and 1, 8. Again, there was nothing too hard, just this initial trick that I tried to make easy enough to spot. And then of course a few more smaller things here and there, like this naked single. Well, I think that's all for this week, so thank you for watching and see you next time.